Well, obviously, there's an ongoing investigation with the FBI, and we are watching it closely to make sure that as a city, that to the extent that we can address whatever issues there are that may still exist inside of City Hall, it's important that we know who the players are and what they are accused of and what they admit to so that we can make our changes internally accordingly.
And that's something you talk a lot about on the campaign trail, addressing any issues. Is there anything you could say to, I know you haven't been in office that long, but you've already taken a lot of other action on other things, to the citizens, just steps you may have already taken or plan to take to make sure something like this doesn't happen again?
Certainly. My 100th day as mayor is this week, and so there will be additional announcements in terms of things that we are doing for my administration to make sure that we are very openly operating with ethically and transparently. But also there's a commission of external stakeholders who are helping us with the search for a new chief procurement head, and also to make sure that we have best practices. And I would rather us get it right than for us to rush. But I look forward to their recommendations. But in the interim, there are some steps that will be announced this week that we are already taking that I think will go a long way in helping to create confidence and reinstate confidence from the public.
Any update on the ransomware attacks? Any idea of how much money the city has lost? I know there are some rec centers that haven't been taking payments. I mean, what's an update? What can residents expect?
Well, as we've said all along as it relates to the ransomware, that this really would be a marathon and not a sprint. And so with each day, we continue to make progress. In terms of what the city has lost, my understanding from our finance department, it's more of a delay in many areas than necessarily a loss. For example, with the business permits, people will still pay. They've just had an extended amount of time to pay. The same thing with our court bonds and likely with our recreation centers as well. So with each day we are making progress and getting one step closer to having a system that really should help us not to have to encounter this again. But again, anytime you're talking about cybersecurity, not just the city, but entities, corporations, it's fluid and you are constantly trying to stay one step ahead. But we want to make sure that we have a system that to the extent that we can not be targeted, that we have a system in place, but hopefully this won't happen again. But there are people who wake up every single day intent on wreaking havoc. And there's a lot of work that has to be done on our system, and we're just trying to get there one day at a time.
Is there a timeline for when everything should be back up? Do you have an estimate?
With each day we're making progress. I don't want to commit to a timeline because, again, there's some things that we encounter that are unexpected, and then there are other things that aren't nearly as bad as we thought. So with each day we're making progress, and it won't be something that is done this week and probably not over the next couple of weeks. This is a long-term project for us.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.